Yo, what is good, my peoples? Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 281. The album that I'd like to review tonight is Kool with his solo debut album titled 456, released in 1995. Sorry for the glare because the light that I'm using, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. So, yeah, Kool solo debut album released in 1995. You guys should know who Kool is. I did a review on the first three and the only three albums by Kool and DJ Polo. Rest in peace to DJ Polo. As I mentioned before, he died of complications of Parkinson's disease. So rest in peace to him. So right after the release of Live and Let Die, you know, they kind of went their separate ways. Reason being is because, you know, Kool they had you know, creative differences. I think DJ Polo wanted to go for a more commercial way of things, and then Kool kind of wanted to go for a more darker approach, more street, more underground approach, and so they couldn't really get, you know, they didn't see eye to eye on certain things, so they kind of broke parts and, you know, they broke away, and I kind of think respectfully, but I think they always had love for each other, but just couldn't agree with the, you know, the creative difference and stuff like that. So so after the release on this, you know, Kool was kind of quiet. He still had his, you know, feet in the streets, but then he was still making music at the same time. In '93, he appeared on, I think, 2 albums, like, as guest appearance. He was on a song called I forgot the name of the song, but it's a song he did with Pudgy the Fat Bastard off his first album, Give Me the Finger, which I need to get my hands on. I need to get my hands on that. I have his second album that was shelved, The King of New York, that was supposed to drop in '95. I have that. And then he had he was on another album. He was featured on the song by Ali D, white dude. His album was called Bring It On in '93. I'll post that in the description box, like both songs that I'm talking about. But and then you know, in 1994, you know, Coach on Records dropped the Killer Cuts compilation album by Kool and DJ Polo, which is pretty much greatest hits album. So there's really no need for me to review the album because I already reviewed the first 3, you know, the Kool and DJ Polo. So I'm doing the whole album all over again. So really no need. It's like no exclusive tracks or anything like that. And then, you know, like I said, him having his feet in the streets, he got into some beef, and then so, you know, he had to duck, you know, he had to leave Queens for a little bit, you know what I mean? He had to duck out of New York, you know what I'm saying, New York City. Then he ended up going to upstate New York to record this album in Bearsville Studios, which is located in Woodstock, where they had the infamous Woodstock 69, 94, and 99, which, you know, again, of course, everybody knows that Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and all that, and then, you know, later on, Cypress Hill, DMX, and all that stuff. Yeah, it's kind of equivalent to, like, when, after 50 Cent got shot back in 2000, you know, he couldn't record any studios. He was pretty much banned from all the recording studios in the United States because of his back history, you know, that kind of thing. Excuse me. And he had to record in Canada, you know, same thing, kind of the same concept with this, but except he didn't leave this country. He just went to upstate New York to record. So, so yeah, 456 by Kool pretty dope. So this album contains 2 singles. The singles include It's a Shame and Fast Life, which they both have videos for. Alright, so this is what the album looks like. You got Kool right there in the middle. You see a young Nas. You know what I mean? There's an Illmatic era. You know what I mean? You got the, you know, you got the dice on the table and the money and all that stuff and his crew. You can't go more New York than that. That's fucking dope. And then you turn the back. Really dope. Yeah, the illegal gambling spot, you know, that obviously, you know, they don't have a license. They're doing that shit on the whim, that kind of thing. So that's you can't get more New York than that. That's like dope. Alright. Let's see what the CD looks like. Alright, pretty cool. You know, nothing too crazy. And then, you know, you got the dice, the CeeLo, 456, the $100 bills, in wraps, in a knot, that kind of thing. like I said, a 4-5-6 is equivalent to like blackjack, ace of spade, queen of spade. You know, pretty much make it to 21 and over. So that's how you win the game. So, but same thing with dice, with the CeeLo. And CeeLo's in New York. That's a New York thing. So that's a New York type of. That's a New York game. So, but yeah. Now let's get into the producers. Sorry. All right. Producers include Dr. Butcher, T-Ray, Naughty Shorts, Buck Wild again. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Dr. Butcher, Buck Wild, Naughty Shorts. Those are the producers of the album. Features on the album. Features include, to a bare minimum, B1, another dope producer from from Jamaica, Queens. He was supposed to drop an album that he did with Lost Professor. He had a song called Hands of Time that he dropped a video for back in like 2015. It's a song that he recorded with Lost Professor back in '97, and he said like the album was supposed to drop I think the next year, but I never did, and that was like almost 10 years ago. So kind of crazy. I hate when they do that, but everything costs money to make money. Everything to make music costs money, and I don't know the brother's situation, but hopefully one day he'll be able to get that done. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Yeah. So B1, MF Grimm, and Nas, those are the features of the album, right? Yes, same MF Grimm that rolled with MF Grimm, and then they had beef, and then he made a song called Book of Daniel, and that kind of thing. But I don't know if they even reconciled. I think they did reconcile over time, but it's like one of those things, All right. Now, you know how I get down. I'm going through the meat and potatoes of the album. Go through the songs and things like that, the lyrics and all that stuff. And yes, I know I did a review on this album about 8-9 years ago. But since I did the Kool Rap and DJ Polo albums, I figured it was always only right to redo the album. There's certain album reviews I did in the past that I would like to redo over again. So definitely want to do that. So yeah. All right. So now let's get into the album. All right. The first track is the intro. It's pretty much you hear Kool Rap and his boys playing CeeLo in the background. You hear the rolling dice and that kind of thing. Pretty cool. You know what I mean? Same kind of sets the tone of the album. Dope joint. Track 2, 4-5-6. Dope beat, dope track, dope way to start the album. That was produced by Dr. Butcher. That sample's been used a lot. The Weather Report sample, fucking dope. In the song, he talks about playing dice and that kind of thing, and that kind of thing. It's really dope. Never in the history of hip hop you hear people talk about in depth, talking about playing dice. They might have a line here and there, but actually talking about how it gets down in New York and the gambling spots and that kind of thing. So he talks about that. So really dope song right there. I like the line when he says, "I grab the dice, place your price, all you men on mice, referring as I'm sipping on the Heineken, getting nice, I shake them up, the pips is getting deader, niggas sitting on the Beretta, say he want to bet that I don't throw a better. Now the game is surrounded by some money hungry bitches. I put kisses on my fist and roll the 666. Fucking dope. Dope shit right there. So that was track 2, 4-5-6. Track 3, It's a Shame. That was produced by Naughty Shorts. This is the first single of the album. There was a video for it. Really dope track right here. In this song, he talks about how, the way he makes money is it's not the right way. It's illegal. He does what he have to do. Put in that work or whatever the case may be. But with him being able to live the lavish life that he's living now, he has some form of regret of doing it. He feels bad for doing what he do, but he's like, fuck it. If I'm not gonna do it, somebody else is gonna do it. So it's why not me? But he does feel some. He does have a heart. So it kind of shows you on that. So it kind of shows that in the hook. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Yeah, really dope song right there. I like the line when he says, "The leather recliner, the wall units with silver china, sipping on finer winer. You see more shine than diamond miners. The highness, kingpin of heroin. I'm thorough when I have to bring the terror, handle business, and I'm each and every borough or town or city. I'm rolling like Frank Nitty. I'm rich and pretty. Back up kitties. I got crimies that's grimy and gritty. A nigga that's spunky and likes to keep up with his pockets chunky. Making most of my money from all the dope fiends and junkies. Fucking dope. Like I said, first single of the album. So that was track 3. It's a shame. Track 4, Take Him to War. One of my favorite songs of the album. Love this shit. This song was actually supposed to be a single as well. They were supposed to have a video for it. But back in '94, MF Grimm got into some street beef, got to a shootout, which I think his friend got killed, and then him getting paralyzed for life. So that's why you see in the wheelchair. That's why you see him you see him in the wheelchair because of that shootout back in '94. And in fact, he had an album out that was supposed to come out like in that time period, but I think some of the reels got stolen or whatever, got lost, whatever the case may be, and he ended up retrieving some of those reels, and then he ended up putting out the compilation album out, Scars and Memories, that came out in 2005, which I'm trying to get my hands on, but it's super expensive, it's hard to find. I hit up MF Grimm on Facebook years ago, in the fan pages and stuff like that. And I don't have his real Facebook. I don't know if I do it but I hit him up in the in his wall, in his fan page, and he actually responds and shit like that. And I asked him, yo, are you ever gonna re-release Scars and Memories? And he said highly unlikely. He said he's not gonna ever put that out. It kind of sucks, but what can you do, But yeah, get into the song. Dope track. Love this shit. It features B1 and MF Grimm. Fucking dope track, like I said. I like the line by MF Grimm when he says, 44 mag, bust into action, brains left in particles, fractions and fractions. Grimm, the money stalker, heat packer. I'm winning and attack like a linebacker. Woof. Fucking dope. Dope shit right there. B1 when he says, for the right amount of chips, I spit clips and hot whips and hit whips, leaving niggas bloody in the leather seats where the shit drips. With the pound 7, I be creeping, rocking niggas while they sleeping. Shots repeating, leaving faggot niggas leaking. Woo! Fire. Fire. And then Kool Rap when he says, when I toggle, they'll be picking niggas back like fucking puzzles. Cause Kool Rap is known for bringing mad noise. I'm bad boy. When I was younger, always carried guns. I never had toys. Grimm, give me the infrared and semi, and I'm putting red dots on niggas' foreheads and making motherfuckers Indian. You got beef? Go get yourself a reef, because it's murder. Cause I put holes in my beef like fucking White Castle burgers. Woof, fire, dope shit right there. Love that shit right there. So that was track 4. Take Him to War, and there's actually an original version of Take Him to War on the Scars and Memories compilation, which I'll post all that stuff, and you know how I get down. I always post all the good stuff on the description, but I hope you guys just check them out. But I do it just because you never know who's looking or who's watching, so it shows I actually do my homework. And the quality of the song is not the best, but that's what kind of gives it that charm. The beat is dark, it's gritty, it's grimy, and actually the late great MF Doom made the beat too, so I just had to throw it out there, and it's really fitting, you know what I mean? But yeah, dope shit right there. So that was track 4, Take Him to War. Track 5, Executioner Style, another one of my favorite tracks. Love the beat for it. It's really dark, sinister, you know what I mean? He's just, it's just braggadocial track right there. It's explained, it's just showcasing his his multi-syllable lyrics that he's known for, the double entendres that he's known for. I like the line when he says, "A mag and a bag lady disguised in surrender. You got a hole between your fucking eyes. Niggas is graves, catching strays from the blaze. Amazed by the ways I lays them down with my shit sprays. Crazy brains hanging, and niggas' veins are swinging. banging and gunslinging. Even my own fucking ears are ringing. Cause what I carry is much bigger than Dirty Harry's. Do a Hail Mary. I make Bloody Marys out of your capillaries. Woo! So fucking dope, man. Yeah, I love that shit, man. That beat is so dark and sinister, man. Dope shit right there. So that's track 5, Executioner Style. Track 6, For the Brothers. Very, very dope track. Very heartfelt. In this track, he talks about a couple of his mans that, that lost their life to street life. It talks about, pretty much the concept that, pretty much what I got from it. Stay out of the streets because the streets ain't for everybody. You're gonna either go to jail or you're gonna die. That's pretty much it. That's the message I got. I'm not like these kids today that they don't have not saying all kids, but that don't have guidance or anything like that, and they just do what the fuck they want. They don't listen, so it's sad. It is what it is. But yeah, it's pretty sad, but it's a really dark song, man. But it's a dope track. That was produced by T-Ray. Yeah. I like the line when he said he was taking nights to ball. If he had height, y'all, he might have been an NBA today instead of watch his life fall. Blowing up the spots and popping them blocking them tech Glocks, collecting street pops, splitting tops, didn't stop. So many men dropped, started committing murder after murder, blasting the last thing that tried to be so fast. He flipped them like a burger. Woo! And then, after that, he talks about how his man got murked, too. So, and it just talks about this street ain't for everybody. It's not for nobody, really. It's not for nobody. Nobody should be in the streets, but, it's like some people, they have to have their ways of surviving, you know what I mean? So, let me stand corrected. I said that it's not for it's not for anybody. So, let me stand corrected on that. So, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man, but, it is what it is, man. But it's such a sad reality that's going on today, man. But yeah, For the Brothers, track 6, fucking dope song right there. Track 7, Blowing Up in the World. Fucking love this song. Love it, love it, love it. This is another song I wish could have been a single. It's pretty much like a rags to riches type of song. Pretty much him talking about, how he came up in how he came up in East Elmhurst in Corona, Queens. And then, he also talks about how he got into the rap game, how he got introduced to, DJ Polo and, Eric B and that kind of thing. So, he talks about that. It's a really dope track. That was produced by Buck Wild. He uses the What Would You Do for Love by Bobby Caldwell. I mean, to me, one of the best flips of that sample, as well as If the World Could Change by Master P, and Steady Mobbin', and Player Haters by by the Loonies, produced by Ski. Fucking dope shit right there, man. And I'll tell you a story. And then pretty much with that song, Bobby Caldwell's What Would You Do for Love? I love that song so much I would never sample it. That's how much I love that song. So, and anytime I hear that song, it reminds me of my father that passed away back in '94. Anytime I hear that song, it reminds me of him. So, out of respect for him and the song itself, and rest in peace to Bobby Caldwell too, by the way. I just wouldn't sample that song. So, it's just such a beautiful song. So, now getting back to Blowing Up in the World, dope song. Just him talking about growing up poor, and then he got into the streets, started getting some money, some coins, and got the legal way, and they ended up getting to the to the music industry, and the rest is history. So that's pretty much all Blow Up in the World. I love the line when he says, "Want rock and dirt bows? I barely had clothes, and when it snowed, temperatures dropping below zero. I froze. No C's, a black and white TVs. I see that's about to retire with a hanger for the antenna. Turn channels with some pliers. Had nothing in the cabinet but cans of ribs. I'm knocking on my neighbor's door to borrow a cup of sugar for my Kool-Aid. I wasn't freshly dripped. My gear was straight ripped. I'm tripping because my winter coat got lost buttons and zippers, and I wouldn't stay zipped. Damn, that's real right there. That's fucking real. That's fucking real right there. Yeah. Track 7, Blown Up in the World. Dope shit. Track 8, Fast Life, featuring Nas. That's another song that was also produced by Buck Wild. Another one of my favorite tracks. It was the second and final single of the album. Yeah, I just love the back and forth between Nas and Kool Rap. They just gel so well. Like, it happened in the third verse. It's just something you don't really hear too much anymore, you know? Like the EPMD, the, Method Man and Redman, the Jadakiss and Styles. Nobody's doing that no more. That's a lost art, you know what I mean? It's just sad. But yeah, dope shit right there. Love the video too. The video is really dope. Love the line by G-Rap when he says, 3 major players getting pavers by the layers, and those that betray us in the block get rocked like Amadeus. Figures get used as shooting targets soon as the dark hits. Front on the drug market, bodies get rolled up in the carpet. Those that cheat us try to beat us. We got hookers with heaters that'll straight pop and put more shells in your top than Adidas. Woo! God damn! Yo, that's so fucking dope. Nas, when he said, but don't respect me. It got me handcuffed. The ruffler, I just be up at night spreading with scuffed Nikes. Pour my beers for my peoples under the stairs. These years I got names in my swears, popping crystal like it's my first child, licking shots holiday styles, rocking still sweaters while I be down. 24 carats, counting cabbage like the Arabs. The marriage of me and the mic is just like magic. Elegant performance, bubble legs, full insurance, guzzling Guinness, shooting, catching cases concurrent. Whew. Fucking dope shit right there. Dope shit. So that was track 8, Fast Life, and there's like 3 remixes for it. There's the Buck Wild remix, which I believe was featured on the self-titled album 1999, but I think there was like a 12-inch that was attached to it. It was like it sold separately. Then it had like Buck Wild remixes that never came to fruition up until 2010. Then you had the Northside remix, which is produced by Salam Remy, and then you had the Vinyl Reanimated remix. So just had to throw that out there. So with all the remixes are dope. Everything that whole song is dope. So, but yeah, now we're gonna get to track 9, Ghetto Knows. Fucking love this song. Definitely one of my favorite tracks of the album. Love the beat for it. The beat is like so New York, man. Really, really enjoyed that shit. Yeah, just him talking his shit, you know what I mean? I love the line where he says, today's headlines, another nigga dead, 6 bodies to the bed and 4 to the head, followed the red bitch in the bed full of lead, a drug-related case, now the place is filled with feds. Fucking dope. Another line where he says, police will take a few snapshots, scoop up some blood drops, pull out a full juvenile child of mug shots. The cops know he fell victim to laws on the street, so they just pull out the white sheets to cover up the dead meat. Woo! So fucking dope, man. You can picture that shit. Like that's the crazy part, man. Yeah, so that's track 9, Ghetto Knows. Track 10, It's a Shame, the Butcher mix. Practically the same song. The lyrics are the same, but the beats are different and the hook is different. The only difference is like the beat has a little bit more of a like an underground, like a darker feel to it. It's a little bit more underground, like more underground sounding, and the hook, like it says, is different. It's like a scratch hook, the G-rap, throughout the hook and that kind of thing. So, although I do like the song, I prefer the original. I like the OG, like the first single. I think that one is better. It's just like the beat is more fitting to the subject matter that he's talking about, so it just fits more. And then last but not least, track 11, Money on My Brain. It's actually like my least favorite song. Not so much for the lyrics, because the shit that they're talking about, which I wrote, is fucking dope. It's just the beat. I didn't really like the beat. I felt like they could have used a better beat. I think it would have been better. You know what I mean? Like a more darker beat, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just like it kind of reminded me of Dr. Knockboot by Nas off the It Was Written. the dong 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 dong, and then Money on the Brain's like doom 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 doom. Like, yeah, I don't like that. Like, it ruined the song, you know what I mean? But the lyrics made up for it. Again, this was produced by Dr. Butcher, featuring B1 and MF Grimm, who was also on Take Him to War. I like the line by MF Grimm when he says, stretched out sitting, thinking past bedtime, said can't sleep, nightmares about Fed time, diamonds, linens, ostrich, and all that. Fat shit, I'll talk in cold, cause my phone's tapped. Crackheads worship me like I'm Jesus. Uncle Sam can't stand me cause I'm fucking all his nieces. Woo! Damn. Kool Rap when he says, straight up faking no jacks cause all my crack shacks are jam-packed. My mad stacks show that I'm on the right track like Amtrak. So stand back cause I'ma make whatever it takes to shake jakes and shoot snakes. To shoot snakes and bake more snowflakes cakes than drakes. Cut up your grill like I'm the barber in the bill. Still like Gotti, bodies are found inside the harbor cause I'm ill. Fucking dope, man. Dope shit right there. Overall, very, very dope album. It is a classic in my opinion. Very underrated album. Definitely one of the more underrated albums that come out of 95. It got overshadowed because of the likes of, you know, Cuban Links and, you know, albums like that. Liquid Swords and, you know, Auto Grey album, Dog Pound, Dog Food, among other releases that dropped in 95, you know what I mean? But, yeah, this is such a dope album. And actually, this was actually the last release, like, official release that Cold Chillin' put out. And then, you know, in 97, they went defunct. They went out of business. But this is like the actual album, not including like compilation albums like Rated X, which I did order last week. I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail. So whenever that does, because it said it got shipped. It's supposed to come by Wednesday, which is 2 days from now, or a day and a half from now. So we'll see. But either way, when I get it, I'll definitely do a review on that. But yeah, dope album. This album is still relatively cheap. It's not too expensive. You can get it for a good price. Yeah, really dope album. This album definitely set the tone for Kool Rap's career. Yeah, and yes, I am gonna be doing Roots of Evil. Definitely stay tuned for that. So, yeah, but great album. It's just that Money on the Brain that kind of turned me off. Like it's the beat that just that beat is so whack, yo. Like I didn't like it, but again, the lyrics is what saved the beat, saved the song in my opinion. So that's it. That's my thoughts on the album. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, that's it. Y'all be easy. Peace.